Hey everyone. Just wanted to do something. Sorry. Just want to do something real quick. All right. Just give me a couple minutes before we get started. We got some interesting stuff we wanted to talk about. All right. I want to see if anyone is here. So we're going to talk about a couple of celebrities. Chris Rock, Lizzo, Ariesspears, Tiffany Haddish. You're probably wondering what's been going on that would get me to want to talk about these individuals. Well, that's why we're here. That's why we're here, ladies and gentlemen. That's also why you see sorry about that, I just got a text. But anyway, I'm going to wait to see if more people will come in. But yes, we're going to talk about the celebrities. Hold on, let me do one more thing real quick. Sorry about that. I keep saying But if you come in this video, make sure you hit that like button, share this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit that notification. But yeah, we're going to talk about the situation with, we're also going to talk about the double standards, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about the double standards that's going on when it comes to making fun of certain people. Then we're going to talk about the accusations that someone else is going through. And if anyone would like to come over, if anyone does come over, would like to come over and talk about that in their own opinion, then I'll be happy to talk about it. But first, let's get started. We're going to start with, hold on. We're going to start with this individual right here. So I'm about to share my screen. So I want to know if anyone can see my screen. So far, yes. So you all know who this is. But for those who, for some reason, have been under a rock or just simply don't know or care, this is none other than Chris Rock. Comedian and actor Chris Rock. He is now under fire because he made a joke about Nicole Brown Simpson. He said, well, but first, before we talk about that joke, let's talk about how people were at one point defending him when he got slapped by Will Smith, because Will Smith was defending the honor of his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, because Chris Rock, guy on the left, decided to make fun of Jada Pinkett Smith's bald head. As a result, what many people may not know is that Jada Pinkett Smith's reasoning for her bald head is not because it's a style or she lost a bet or anything. No, it's a health condition that causes you to balden. So she has this condition and she asked people to respect her by not making fun of her. But Chris Rock did, and Will Smith, being as much whatever you say about both Will and Jada Smith, being the protector of the family, being the man of the house, the purpose of being the man of the house is to protect the family from violence, physical or even verbal. And yeah, like some people, like, yeah, you should not really assault people, but Chris Rock had no right to tell that joke. And we have the right to tell him, call out Chris for that disgusting joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. And Chris Rock and Will Smith, let's say, wanted the hands of justice on Will Smith, sending the hands of justice on Will Smith. Like, yeah, I understand that there may have been a better way, but Chris Rock was heavily defended by Hollywood, by the lamestream media, for making fun of Jada Pinkett Smith. So now, all of a sudden, he's getting flagged for a joke for basically he's now nervous is because here's what happened. They're inviting him. They're already beginning the invites for the Oscars, and they may even want him to host. He said in a joke that him going back to the Oscars is like Nicole Brown Simpson going back to the scene of the crime, because the Oscars was when he got slapped. So, oh, and by the way, O.J. Simpson didn't do it. Regardless of what you think about O.J. Simpson, he did not murder Nicole Brown Simpson. He didn't. But now all that same people in the mainstream media, the same people that defended Rock over Will Smith, is now going after him for making the Nicole Brown Simpson joke. Oh, that's right, because Nicole Brown Simpson is white. Let me tell you something about the double standards. I said earlier in this video that we're going to talk about the double standards. And here is the double standards. The double standards is, as long as you're making fun of other black people, causing tension among black people with jokes and other ways to insult people and all that stuff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, joke all you want. See, people are allowed to make fun of black people. Number one is because they hate black people. So it's okay to make fun of black people. And it's okay for black people to make fun of black people. But the moment you go after protected groups, the moment you go after a black comedian goes after white folk or Asians or other non-black groups, then that's when the comedian is the one that gets attacked. That's when all of a sudden, oh, you can't make jokes about that. That's why they go after Dave Chappelle when Dave Chappelle makes fun of the Alphabet Academy. Even when people defend Dave Chappelle, he gets attacked. And Dave Chappelle has not apologized. So say what you want about Dave Chappelle. I'm glad that he has not apologized. I'm glad that he's among the few that who stood tall, and he was among the few that stood tall, and he even exposed the double standards. He exposed the double standards with him doing those jokes. But yes, as long as you're making fun of another black person, you're all on the clear. You're good to go, according to racists. According to racists, you're good to go. But the moment you make fun of the death of or just make fun of certain groups that are in the protected class, if you're a black community, making fun or bringing light to the troubles of non-black people who are not black, then they'll want to cancel you all of a sudden. And that's what's about to happen. And this, in a way, is kind of karma for Mr. Chris Rock. This is kind of karma for Chris Rock. Hold on, I was just looking at something. But anyway, this is kind of karma for Chris Rock because your Chris Rock was cooning and buffooning. He was allowing Jerry Seinfeld or Louis C.K. to go around say the N-word in front of him. He was mocking the Smiths and not forgiving Will Smith, and mocking the Smiths and all that. But the minute you talk about Nicole Brown Smith, a white woman who is now deceased and who they blamed O.J. Simpson for the death of, then all of a sudden, uh, no such thing as can't take a joke. Um, all of a sudden, they no longer see they're okay with black jokes. And what I mean by black jokes is they're okay with black jokes that are at the expense, but at the expense of black people. As long as the joke is hurting black people, then they're okay with black jokes. But they're not okay with jokes on other people. They're not okay with jokes on other people. Another example of this is our next topic. And that is, about to share this screen here, Lizzo and Ariesspears. The only reason why the non-black people are defending Lizzo is because she's bringing an image of the fat black woman. But the minute Lizzo talks about losing weight or talks about, or because let's just face it, mainstream media doesn't want to bring the thin, sexy, beautiful black woman, but they're okay with the fat black woman who is cooning and buffooning like your Lizzo. I'm not saying that Lizzo is not. She's a talented singer. Some of her songs are kind of good, but the problem is she's doing that buffoonery, being the minstrel show in some occasions. And like I said, they only promote her is because that's the only image of black woman they want to promote. See, when Abercrombie and Fitch wanted to promote a fat white woman, the white community actually attacked Abercrombie and Fitch. See, they're okay with the fat woman promotion when it's a black woman, and they don't want to show thin, healthy, beautiful black woman on mainstream media. And Ariesspears was willing to call that out. Now, this is not me defending Ariesspears because Ariesspears has also done some stuff too that I didn't like. And now I admit that some of the joke was kind of harsh and probably was a little uncalled for. But also, he pointed out the double standards of the mainstream media of how they want to promote only the fat woman when it's a black woman, but not when it's another woman. And the fans of Lizzo went on the attack on Ariesspears. And I bet you this is why I'm already about to go into this other topic right now. This is why this one situation is happening right now. Ariesspears being called out for what happened about what he said about Lizzo isn't the only thing that's in trouble now. He, along with the woman on the right, for those who may not know, that is Tiffany Haddish. She's an actress and a comedian, although her stand-up comedy wasn't that good. She's the one that plays a lot of the crazy ratchet woman and stuff like that in some of these. Where okay, now there was at least one film where she had some kind of sense. I think she played a teacher, so that was like one of the only couple films where she played someone who actually had sense. which they did not like. Mainstream media did not like that film because they liked seeing Tiffany Haddish. But now both of them have been accused for, let's just say, fooling around with younglings. That's right, because we know how the situation is with YouTube. But it looks like some younglings have been played around with by these two. And now, not only is a lawsuit is against them, but also one of the alleged people. Remember, I have to be careful because that algorithm from YouTube. Yeah. But one of the alleged people wants them arrested immediately. Like right now. Immediately. One of the alleged people. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at my own stream through this through my phone. But anyway. And I've noticed that all of this happened all of a sudden when two things happened. When Ariesspears made that joke about Lizzo, or made that comment about Lizzo, and when it was announced that Tiffany Haddish was doing something for like black-owned businesses, I noticed that when this happened, that is when this scandal came out. I guess this is once again. Because by the way, there's another scandal, this time happening to a boxer, George Foreman, former legendary professional boxer. He's going through a messing around scandal. And they're saying that he did this in the 70s. But yet Carol Bryan can't get arrested for the death of Emmett Till. See, once again, we're talking about the double standards. The double standards of this racist system. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the double standards of this racist system. Now, this is alleged. Now, if they did do it, then yeah, they need to be held accountable. But I'm also starting to notice is that if they are innocent this whole time, and they only did this was to sabotage them because they didn't do what mainstream media wanted to do, because they're going after Ariesspears because he called out over the situation when it comes to Lizzo, or how certain people are promoted in a certain way compared to others. And then also the whole thing with black-owned businesses and Tiffany Haddish. They're trying to sabotage. Also, the reason why they're going after George Foreman is because of his estate, his business ventures. They don't want him to share that wealth to his children. And the reason why they're going after Chris Rock is as long as he was going after the Smiths, that was okay. But he went on Nicole Brown Simpson, that's when they're going on the attack. So yeah, once again, this also brings up the double standards. Like I said, as long as black people are screwing up or going at each other, that's when they're okay with black folks. As long as black people are not advancing and improving the community and bringing wealth into the black community, we're okay to the racists, the anti-black racists. But the minute we start trying to improve our community and do positive things, that's when they want to sabotage and go on the attack and bring up these scandals. That's why they don't bring in people from black Hollywood who are squeaky clean. They want to make sure that they can have something on you or be able to make up something and such and such. But yeah, that's all I have to say about all those three topics. Or for if you count the George Foreman thing. And that's what I wanted to talk about is the double standards of what's happening to these individuals. But that's all I have to say about it now. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, hit that notification bell. And if you are now just coming in and missed the whole stream, then you can watch the rerun at any time. But that's all I have to say for now. This is Jdawg. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.